Hello, it's Bluebrad here again. I'm off camera at the moment again, just because I don't have that set up. I need to get that reconfigured. Um, so on Facebook here, I saw that there was a post on trying to figure out how to get the text to line up to the Bolts Hall here. There's actually one really good way that I always tend to do this, and that is to create an envelope distort. The neat part about that feature is if you use symbols and envelope distort, you can actually edit the symbol, and then everywhere that you have that, what I would call stickered or decaled on an item, it will distort in the envelope to that item, even though you've updated it. So let me show you what I mean here. So what I'm going to do is quickly just create a circle here. Um, and what I want to do with this circle is I want to create this into a cylinder so that you can see it that way. Also, I'll go ahead and grab this image here that's on the post to show that you could put text on the side of a hull of a boat. So let me go ahead and convert this into a 3D. Go 3D Extrude and Bevel Classic here, just to give an effect. We'll do it at that shape there. So what we want to do is put it into this part of the circle here. As the fact this was a drum. And then this one, I want to do it on the bolt's hull, on the boat's hull. So the front of the bolt here, and it would warp to it. So first one here is I want to create the text that I want to do. And I did not mean to click and drag. My computer lagged. Okay, so uh, let's actually keep it wide. So we'll do cool text as a wide. I'm going to do this as a center aligned text. So that way, if I update it in the future, it does not break. We're going to do impact as the font just to make sure that we can see it. Um, for example here, it is going to have to be white on the hull, but black on the cylinder. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to not my graphics styles, but my symbols palette here, and just simply drag and drop this text into here. So I'll label this decal, so that way I can label it what it is. And then what I'm going to do is now I will apply an envelope. So I'm just going to create a block about the size of the text. And without seeing it, I'm going to select the text and that behind there. So if I were to view this in outline mode, Control or Command Y, you can see an outline. And then I'm going to hit Control Alt C. I think it's Command Alt C on Mac. But now I got a bounding box to manipulate the text. Of course, it's not 3D-ified yet, but what I can simply do here is I can put it over this area and then put it over this area. So what I'm going to do here is in my appearance palette is I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to make sure that this one's white. And then this one I don't need to do anything, but let's go ahead and say I want to make the color blue on this cylinder. So here's the cool thing. If I wanted to edit this text now, I can simply just double click on the symbol and then modify the text. Um, that way it updates on both. So let me go ahead and get this into position. So with selecting these corner bends here, I can shift select these two and then select these two and get them to about that hole and then scale these up here and there that goes. Now what I want to do is get it to be more shaped towards the hole. And the same thing with the ones up here. So I wanted this to be more shaped toward the hull, the boat. Let's zoom in here and get it more shaped. You can also, using the mesh tool, you can add mesh points to it. So like, let's say if you wanted to have the center of this warp out, you can do that. And then you could pull the individual corners here. So I can get this more warped towards this shape. Taking your time and making sure that you match to the body of the hull of the boat will help that. The other thing you can do is, because I did a 3D rotate, you can select this and use in your appearance palette without damaging even the rotation. You can actually distort, transform. No, not distort, transform. 3D and rotate. So this way, I still get the rotation that I want, but I'm not locking myself into an actual permanent change. But keep in mind, doing it with this new one, it is a raster effect. So depending on the quality and how it's going to be printed, you might want to do that. Or what you can simply do is just do like what I already did, or with it selected, go distort, transform, and use shear. And then you can have preview turned on and you can shear it and angle it. Uh, that looks about good. And now I can just scale it. Now here's the cool thing. I want to update this text. Just double click. And then what I'm going to do is deselect, double click out, and there you go. You have updated text. It has the colors applied because everything is in the appearance palette that holds the actual colors. And then the envelope is what holds it to its shape. And I could still come in here and manipulate this. There's no restriction to what I have here. And you can clean it up and change the angles to get it to better match. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.